Good morning, everybody.
Cool.
Good morning and welcome back, Fun Fam. And if you're brand new to the channel, welcome in to follow the Bradley's Fun. Oh my goodness, my shirt is doing something really, really weird because it's yellow and the green screen effect is picking up some yellow. I might have to go change that on the fly. Well, guess what? I'm going to welcome everybody in just a minute, but this is too weird looking for me, and I didn't even see it beforehand that it was going to look like that. So give me about a minute and 43 seconds while we celebrate all of you to get this show started.
Is it too much? Too much? It's a perfect! Wahoo! Oh, this is too much. Give me a break. I couldn't be more excited. It's making me mental. But if they say yes, you can be on the show, I think I would go so crazy.
Yeah. Look at this. Where's the thing? I'm still. We're gonna cover that up. Oh, golly, golly, golly. Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Wednesday? Is it Wednesday morning? Yes, it is Wednesday, the 22nd day of January 2025. I hope wherever you are, you're having a phenomenal day. My hat is crooked. Man, I tell you what, a lot of times I don't see what I look like before I start this thing. And I should probably check that. I'm janiting. I'm janiting. Janiting? What is janiting? Let us welcome everybody into the chat. Good morning, everybody. Welcoming you all in this morning. Jeremy Heath, first through the door, one of our great wrenches here on the channel, says hi. It is very, very winter here in Florida. There is snowfall here in Florida this morning. Not here where I am in Orlando. It is pouring down rain, by the way. It's nasty out, but I love it. I don't know why. The cold and the rain, it makes me happy, oddly enough. I don't want to be out in it, but it's I kind of like the weather. Tommy Doyle says, hail. Jeremy Heath, morning, Tommy. Tom F is also here, so we have two Toms. Thank you for wrenching there, Tom F. and Jeremy Heath. And Native Hawaiian says aloha and good morning, y'all. Is it snowing in San Antonio? I would love to know that. What's your weather like there in San Antonio? I heard it's very cold across the whole southern part of the country. Good chilly morning from my mom. Going Shogi says good morning. Another great wrench, and so grateful for all the work that you do on the channel. Going Shogi, appreciate it so much. Andy W says good morning, and Little Mouse, hi from Frozen, Texas. Brrr. Little Mouse says it was 19 when you got up at 7 a.m. and in Mansfield, 24. Very balmy. Yeah, I'm sure. Burr, burr, burr. Everybody's saying burr. Good morning, Kathleen. Might have to move to Orlando soon. And ain't that, it's not, hey, it was like 40 something this morning. I don't know what it is right now, but it's pretty darned cold. I can tell you that. And the Bud Files, Sue says, good morning, Little Mouse. Morning, Native Hawaiian. And Dylan Soup is here, says, hey, Ron, howdy, chat. Tommy Doyle is laughing at me and my green screens and my looking like, I don't know what was happening there. You can still see it's coming up there. Well, try to get that covered up with my Skellington jacket. Jack Skellington. I don't know, white does that too. Groovy shirt, man. Yeah, I'm telling you. I have a red shirt. I have a red shirt that does that in regular light, by the way. It's pretty wild. Ron is janing. I'm jaunting. I don't know what the. It was just a reason for Ron to hit that early celebration button. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. We love the celebration here on the channel, don't we? Could have done the Trump celebration. Yes. What is this word? We don't know. Hello, Dylan. Jaunting is the tomorrow. Oh, the tomorrow. Oh my gosh. I haven't thought about the tomorrow people in a very, very long time, but I used to watch it regularly. At the same time, like, okay, so I watched the Tomorrow People, and then I think it was after the Tomorrow People that Sliders was a thing. I loved watching Sliders. Remember Sliders, Little Mouse? Are you a fan of that one? The sci-fi that I watched Next Generation of Star Trek, but I wasn't really into it, but I did watch it now and again. I've never been into Doctor Who. I've never watched a single episode of Doctor Who. but I've watched the Tomorrow People. I loved the Tomorrow People. I loved Sliders, and I loved Quantum Leap. Some big time travel things there. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you can say so in the chat. And we're talking about some very, very old properties. I'm not talking about the brand new Quantum Leap that just came out where they tried to like reboot the series. I don't know if that's even still on, if it even worked. But yeah. Pink T3 is in the house. Pink T33 is in the house. So it's a 17. Is that Sparks? Where's that? Is that Nevada? Oof. I think it's Nevada. Could be wrong. Good morning, everyone. Pretty cold, 24 degrees, Equus Heart. Sun is not quite up yet. Yes, you remember Sliders. Wasn't Sliders awesome? I loved Sliders, man. I don't know. I was very into that show. Very into the Tomorrow People, very into Quantum Leap. It was like I'm thinking back in my lifetime, because we consumed media and television very differently than we do now, right? And so you'd have to schedule it. You have to go, okay, well, it's going to come on at this time, unless you had like a videotape. I videotaped so much stuff before there was DVR, and like I did have, maybe I still have them, which is, they're totally unnecessary now, but I put every single episode of Lois and Clark on videotape and watched it that way. Quantum Leap for the win. Yes. Love Star Trek and Quantum Leap. What were some of the other shows back then? The new Quantum Leap was canceled. Yeah, it was. I tried to watch it and it wasn't good. It didn't have what the old one had. Then they didn't bring Sam Beckett back, and he's still very much alive, the actor. So it just didn't make any sense. Yeah, there's a lot of old boys that I could use, right? Oh boy. Oof. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oregon. Oof. Oregon. That's cold too. By the way, I don't think I've said it yet. Excuse me. Oh, man, when that stuff comes up in my throat and I'm trying to do the show, I hate that. It never comes up. You'll notice it never comes up when I'm doing the WDW Pro Show, because it happens at noon. And by noon, everything in my body has warmed up. But for some reason at 9:30 in the morning, it's still very, very early for me. I was just going to take a look here and see if... Yeah, I liked the Next Generation, Picard. Gosh, that was when Whoopi Goldberg was still a halfway decent person before The View. Whoopi Preview, right? And some of the other actors and actresses on that. I know. But see, the problem is if I get up at 2 a.m., then I'd have to go to sleep at like 5 in the afternoon. I can't... I don't think I can go to sleep at 5 in the afternoon. That'd be a little too early. I need my 7-8 hours of sleep at least, because I'm getting old. I remember the days, like, what was not too long ago. I don't see, doesn't look like Culture Casino has this link up yet. I see Midnight's Edge, but I don't see Culture yet. Good afternoon, Bradley's and chat, says Juliet. This comment that reminds me of a prominent commercial back in the viewing time that we were talking about, television, Quantum Leap, and all that. Remember the Dunkin' commercial? The guy gets up, time to make the donuts. Time to make the donuts. That commercial. Man, I think we all knew that one. It's sometimes fun. Like I will go through YouTube binges where all I do is I go and watch old 1980s commercials. Ice cream, milk, and an Oreo cookie, things like that. And you still remember them all, right? By the way, if I haven't said it yet, I hope everybody out there is having a phenomenal day. Or afternoon, as Juliet says, evening if you're watching some other part of the world, or early morning in Hawaii, or middle of the night, whenever you're watching. I hope it is phenomenal for you. Got 3 HRs last night, and 3 hours. 3 hours. Yeah, you need to get more sleep, Tom. Go back to bed. You don't have to watch the show. You're good. Yeah, I still do that one. So I got some horrible news last night. I'm gonna share it with you because I want some prayers from everybody. One of my best lifelong friends, it's not somebody that I'm particularly, come on, hat fix. Sorry. Not it just is just not getting straight where I wanted to. There we go. My grandpa was a baker, woke up at 3 a.m. every day. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to ask for prayers from everybody here, and if I get it, eventually I might put a GoFundMe in the link. As far as I know, it's not up yet, but a friend of mine who's been a friend of mine since she was 5 years old. We were 5 years old. She was. We met each other when I was 5 in Arkansas. I think she still lives there, actually. It's funny. She's lived there her entire life, pretty much. She does travel as a nurse. She's a traveling nurse. But there was an unfortunate situation with her night before last that I found out about on Facebook. She's posted about it briefly. She can't talk about it yet because she's too broken up. She lost her son. Okay, she's my age, and she lost her son. And I won't go into any of the details of how that happened. For those of you that want to reach out to me privately and have my information, you're more than welcome to do so. But please just pray for her. I don't think we need names. God knows who everybody is. But her and her family are seriously grieving right now. And my heart goes out to her and is broken for her, because no parent should ever have to lose a child before you see, my wife just wrote me. Let me do something real quick. We gotta turn this around. Then I have to save it. And put this here. Okay. All right. Yeah. Praying for her and the family. It's hard. This is I would say that of all of the people that I am acquainted with who are not family, I have known her the longest. I have yeah. I haven't seen her in about a decade in real life. Came to visit here once 12, 13, 14 years ago. Maybe a decade and a half. Because time is going by pretty fast. But yeah, I just honestly, it breaks my heart for her. So thank you guys for prayers and for the support, and I appreciate that. But we do need to turn the page for our show to happier, fun things, because this is Follow the Bradleys Fun, and this is the Daily Dish, where we love to dish about stuff. And I love to dish about all of you. You saw it earlier. There was a little bit of a break where I needed to change some things, but that's okay because some people weren't here yet, and I love to celebrate all of you. Why? Very simply, you guys are the energon that makes this guy transform and roll out.
A toast, Autobots. Boy, these are good. I needed to refuel. Energy! Energy! This stuff's the greatest!
Tea, the real stuff, water. Thanks for indulging me that, and thank all of you for being here. I'm so grateful to all of you. So anytime that anybody drops any financial help for the channel, that's super chat, super thanks, super stickers, memberships are dropped, gifted memberships, somebody becomes a member of the channel, there's a PayPal dropped, buy me a coffee, any of those types of things during the show. Maybe somebody buys some merch from the merch store, but make Disney Walt again, any of that kind of stuff. I gotta celebrate that. I gotta celebrate you, and this is what that celebration may look like. Thank you, Go and Shogi, for dropping those 5 gifted memberships, and congratulations to the Numismaniac, Ashley Van Schaik, Elizabeth Rose Senior Bravo, Andy W. and Pam Empson. You all got new memberships to the channel. Thanks to the courtesy and graciousness and wonder of Mr. Go and Shogi, Chef Shogi. You know, one thing I'm trying to get YouTube to do, and this is very, very important, is anytime somebody becomes a member or gifted memberships are dropped like that, they should go toward the goal. And for some reason, like I would count that 5 as having made the goal, right? Because it's 5 is the goal, 5 types of support, and YouTube hasn't done that yet. I need to reach out to them and get them to do that, because gifted memberships or somebody becoming a member, or any type of that support should all go towards that goal. If somebody wants to set a goal for their live streams, my wife is doing vertical live streams, and I've been invited to do by YouTube. I got invited to do a vertical live stream workshop thing. And I don't really understand vertical live streams, mostly because I consume YouTube primarily on my television when I'm watching. And then, like, if I want to interact with the live, I will then bring up the same live on my phone while I'm watching it on the TV, because there's no way to interact with it on the television. I wish there was. It would be cool if, like, through a Fire Stick that has the voice activation, I would love it if excuse me, I would love it if on the voice activation function of, like, the Fire Stick, you could do a chat on the live stream. But and certainly the technology already exists, but they haven't put the infrastructure there. They haven't used the technology for that yet. So hopefully that happens. I need to put my assets up on the screen, which I don't have them yet. Let me see here. So we're going to start with this. Thank you, Go and Shogi, for dropping my wife's link. Let me see if she's not in here yet. Share it. By the way, if you haven't liked the stream yet, please do leave a like on the stream. Helps out so much. We definitely appreciate that. Whoop. There we go. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, that's a big one too. We would really appreciate the subscribe. If you happen to be ninja watching, and there's Andy W reaching out to Go and Shogi saying thank you for the membership. I am sitting at right now a precipice of 12,897 subscribers. It would be really nice to hit 12,900 today. I hate it when I get close to those big numbers, but it's not hitting them. So maybe I'll have to do a couple more shows. Culture just put up his notification ability on. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Let me see if I can Let's see what happens here. If I bring that up, let me refresh. I appreciate you letting me know that, Juliet, and that Native Hawaiian I see in from you as well. Culture Casino. We are going to. Yeah, I hate that I have to look down when I do these links. There it is. The Razzies arrive. That'll be a fun one today. That will be a fun watch. I need to get back to my workouts. Guys, I hate to admit this, but I missed my workout yesterday. So today, it's not, I don't make up for it today. I make up for it on Sunday because Sunday is my rest day. That is one of the reasons why you build in a rest day anyway, because you might need to make up for it. So using Tuesday as my rest day is not exactly ideal, but that's what's going to happen this week. And hold me to account. I've got the Culture Casino link up now, and also I'm going to share this because I need your accountability when it comes to creating new merch. I got to do it. I am the worst procrastinator in the world. I am so bad when it comes to procrastination. I got to tell you guys, that's horrible. I actually joined Procrastinators Anonymous, which took forever to do. But every time I tried to show up at the meeting, I was late. So just never made it in. Let's see if I can share this, and we're going to go. All right. So this is my spread shop, and I want to put this on the screen. We're going to add that to the stage. I know. So true. But anyway, here's the Make Disney Walt Again hat. As you see that I'm wearing that. By the way, you can change the colors of these things if you want. Perhaps you want to buy this beautiful sweatshirt and change it to a hot pink, Make Disney Walt Again. Or you want to change it to a charcoal, Make Disney Walt Again, which this one looks actually kind of nice. I like that. I love all the colors, all of the different variety that's available. So these are great, and they're very, very high quality. And there's several different designs on the channel, including the under the fedora one, and of course our family Follow the Bradley's Fun family avatar logo, YouTube logo. And this is my favorite color of this one. This is the one I should have bought it in. For some reason I didn't, but I'm going to get another one, so that'll be perfectly fine. But yeah, all that stuff is available on the channel. And if somebody does buy something during the show, and you let me know, I will, of course, play the celebration for you. But one of the things that I wanted to get to, and there's a couple things that I'm trying to get to this morning on today's show. It is 10:03 right now. And you probably know this. You probably watched some of this. If I'm going to see if I can find it. Am I frozen? Whoopsie. Let me bring this up. Okay. All right. So you might have watched Lorena Creole last night. She was live. Let's see if I can find her. And I'm sure that she will not mind me sharing this at all. Go and Shogi, if you want to share the link in the stream, you are more than welcome to. I've got to just simply find it here. And this was her live last night at the Stella Nova, the Universal Stella Nova Resort. And I'm going to see if I can bring this up. Let's skip the ad. You guys don't want to watch that, right? All right, so I'm going to pause this. We will put it up like this, full screen. And we will share over here. Yes, so when I was younger, I absolutely watched Knight Rider and Kit and David Hasselhoff. And then I didn't like Baywatch nearly as much. But yes, this is what I'm bringing up onto the screen right now so you can see it. This is live grand opening day at the Stella Nova Resort. This is Lorena and her live. And I want to see if I can bring it up full screen. Now she's at the shop here. And she toured the resort. I'm hopefully going to get a chance to go out and see her this week and see. It's kind of hard for me to tell with what the weather is doing, to be honest with you. Here you can see the Stella Nova Resort liftoff. This resort is very, to me, it appears to be like kind of futuristic. I almost hate to say this, but I'm kind of comparing it in my head to the stars. What I think most people imagined that the space cruiser, the Star Wars space cruiser, was going to be was actually a hotel, kind of like this, right? It's where it would have been a Star Wars themed hotel. You would have paid a nightly. This is $30 tonight, $130 a night to stay at. That hotel was like $3,000 per night, and yes, it came with some experiences on top of it, but I think that it was too niche. And not to mention the fact that they used the wrong Star Wars storyline for it, but this, I think, is what people would have wanted, and now Universal is delivering that. It looks pretty darn cool, to be honest. To be honest with you. So hopefully, yeah. Oh, the location is amazing. You're talking about you could stay there if you were going to a convention. It's basically kind of just right in the window. She says hi to everybody. Hello. And she's looking through the window at the pool out there. You can kind of see 2001 A Space Odyssey. It is, and I love this comment right here. It is simple, but cool. And Jeremy Heath right here. This is so key. It is affordable. And why is that a key right now? We are in a time when, let's be honest, the last few years, inflation went through the freaking roof. And inflation is absolutely nuts. And a vast majority of people in this country cannot afford to come down and do a vacation, especially at Disney. When you go to Disney, I have seen the Pop Century rooms, the cheapest rooms at Disney World, go for $250, $300 a night. Look at the ceiling there. Isn't that cool, the way they've done the lights? You kind of feel like you're in space there. And it's not affordable. Disney's not affordable. This is Universal. Universal is making this vacation very affordable, and this is right at the Epic Universe property. So there will be a walkway from the hotel to go into Epic Universe. There will be free shuttles to the rest of Universal. So the other two parks in City Walk and the water park, all free transportation if you're staying here. And just to let you know what that free transportation is like, let's say that you were staying at Coronado Springs and trying to go to the Magic Kingdom. Well, if you're staying at Epic and you want to go to Islands of Adventure, the journey is shorter than from Coronado Springs to the Magic Kingdom. So yes, it's very, very cool, very, very affordable, and this is just a hallway, and it kind of just has that futuristic vibe. And I love it's so, and you know what's really cool is if you look at the ceiling, the little like LED lights that they have up there, the difference between these lights and the ones, say, at Epcot and Disney is that these lights are what's the word for it? What's the word? Working. Yes, these lights are working. So that is also very, 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 very cool. And it's a long hallway she's going down. Now the building is pretty long, so I understand that. And then oh, she's back in the lobby over here. But yeah, I think going Shogi, you put the cheapest, you put the link right for that, so people can watch that entire live stream. Very, very cool. Yes, there's the link for that live stream if you want to check that out. Explore the brand new Stella Nova with the Queen of Florida, La Reina Creole. Living vicariously, yes, indeed. Right now, I'm just down the street and I'm living vicariously because I don't want to go outside. It's too freaking cold. The cheapest rooms in the cheapest Disneyland hotel is $470 plus per night. That's crazy. That's so crazy. But you know, also Disneyland, you can go to hotels right across the street because it's a very different kind of a property. Yes, indeed. I'm saying way too much. It is I'm still waking up. You know what? I need a little bit of a wake up call. Let's do a miniature celebration.
Is it too much? Too much? It's perfect! Wahoo!
Oh, this is just the best of us seen. All right. Well, let's get to the stories this morning. Yeah, Stella Nova is right across the street. And the other thing too is Stella Nova, Stella Luna, and Helios. All those Universal Epic Universe hotels. They are also in competition with a huge number of hotels that are even cheaper. There are places to stay on International Drive that are going to be $60, $70, $80 a night plus the tax, and you can still get over to Epic very, very quickly because of the district that it's in. I hope that it really revitalizes International Drive and that whole district there. And it's funny because I have a feeling that as that International Drive tourist district gets revitalized by Epic, the 192 tourist district out by Disney is going to decline even further. It's been in decline for years and just kind of keeps going down every year. There's interesting gift shops and stuff to walk into out there, but I feel bad for the owners every time I walk in because I'm usually the only person in the gift shop when I walk in. And those were the things that in the 1970s when Disney World first opened. I mean, they were booming, and now not so much. No, 192 is kind of a dead area, especially I want to say the southern part of it. Wait, which direction does that go? As you're going towards St. Cloud, away from Walt Disney World, and you have the Fun Spot and Old Town right there. Medieval Times is that direction, and it's just, but the area around it, it's just decrepit. It's kind of sad. But speaking of things that are sad, we're going to get this up on the screen for you. Chinese poster for Captain America Brave New World partially obscures Anthony Mackie's face. Is Disney abandoning its D.E.I. morals for Chinese money? Again? Yeah, they've done this before. Went over this yesterday on the Pro Show, and they have done this with Black Panther and Star Wars, and I don't know. I mean, it's so funny because they just seem to, when it comes to African Americans and African American actors and stuff, they just want to hide that in China for some reason, and I have no idea why. I don't know the Chinese culture. Disney is facing, and this is, by the way, I should do this first. This is Out of That Park Place by, of course, our good friend, Mr. Marvin Montanaro. Disney is facing renewed criticism for its promotional tactics in China after releasing its latest poster for Captain America Brave New World. The latest Chinese poster significantly diminishes Anthony Mackie's presence, moving him into the background of the image and partially obscuring his face as he battles the Red Hulk. This is out of X, and you can kind of see what this poster looks like here. See if I can blow this up. Let's see. This went all the way over to X, but I'm trying to just blow up the poster. And you can see that over here. There you go. There is the poster that they're using in China, and you can see prominently the Red Hulk jumping at and probably about to smash into oblivion the Falcon with Captain America's shield. That's basically all that is. That's basically all he is there is the Falcon with Captain America's shield. And Going Shogi says, I heard the Red Hulk is only in it for about 5 minutes. That's probably true. Considering the amount of money that they've spent on this thing, the amount of money that they had to turn Harrison Ford into the Red Hulk. It's a recast. It's a sad. People did want the Red Hulk 10 years ago. I don't think they care about the Red Hulk now, and they certainly don't care about the Red Hulk versus Captain America that isn't Captain America. Boxers would envy this type of reach. Yeah, I would imagine they would. But getting back to the article, you can see it's very obscured. This is something of a trend with Disney posters in China, where Black characters are typically obscured or repositioned in a way that makes them less prominent. Many have accused Disney in the past of pandering to the Chinese market while sidelining its professed values, again, of diversity and inclusion. This marks the second Chinese poster for the film, known there simply as Captain America 4. The first poster placed Mackie in the lower right-hand corner with his face partially visible, but secondary to the imagery of Red Hulk's first punching of the Captain America shield. So, and you can see that. And then on this new poster, they've diminished it A great deal. Um, Basically, I wanted to introduce that to you simply to show you that that is part of their marketing, and that they will have this in China, but we don't have any idea how it's going to do. Welcome to the chat, my beautiful wife, Virginia Bradley Adventures. I know that Go and Shogi did share out your link earlier, so thank you for being here, baby. Love you so much. Everybody say hi to my beautiful wife, Virginia Bradley, in the chat. And then we want to get to the real story here, which is that Captain America, I don't think it's set to do very well. Written just yesterday on the 21st. And I think that Marvin wrote this literally right after coming off of the Pro Show. And so I'm going to put this up big on the screen so that we can share this story properly. Again, this is out of That Park Place. And if you're not bookmarked to That Park Place, I would highly recommend bookmarking it. Hello, Timothy DeWeese. Good to see you. D.E.I. Elvis. Yes, indeed. It's kind of what it is feeling like for sure. Captain America Brave New World ticket pre-sale numbers show it could be an Eternals or even the Marvels level box office flop. Thank you, baby. Love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. That's my beautiful wife in the chat. I gotta say hi to her. So listen, guys. If you watched Captain America, the First Avenger, Captain America, Winter Soldier, Captain America Civil War, those are three of the absolute best movies in the MCU. Then, of course, this movie is 6 years coming in the fact that it was 6 years ago that we were shown that Anthony Mackie's Falcon was given the shield by the older Captain America. And then we had Falcon and Winter Soldier come out. I think it was 2021, and that was a television show. And I don't know that television show was particularly well received. And it just seems like even though Anthony Mackie's technically he's playing the same character, right? Captain America is just a moniker, right? But I don't think he's nearly as well received as Captain America as he was as Falcon. I loved him as Falcon. And let's get into this article by Marvin Montanaro, written yesterday. That Park Place, Captain America Brave New World ticket pre-sale numbers show it could be an Eternals or even the Marvels level box office flop around like a dead fish. The latest box office update for Captain America Brave New World spells all too familiar trouble for Marvel Studios as pre-sale tickets are tracking just 1.4 times better than the Marvels and on par with the Eternals. Well, this may sound like a slight improvement on paper. It's a significant red flag for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, a troubling comparison to the Eternals. Released in 2021, The Eternals marked Marvel's first major financial failure, grossing just $164.9 million domestically and $237.2 million internationally for a worldwide total of $402 million. Now, $402 million sounds like a ton of money, right? Except you have to look at what this movie cost the company. The Eternals had a production budget of $236.2 million. That's what was reported. It probably had a marketing budget of $100 to $150 million because that would be typical. So, and in box office returns, if it made $402 million, that means the Disney company only got back roughly half of that, which is $201 million. In other words, It lost the company millions of dollars just to put out the Eternals. Brave New World faces a much steeper climb, with a rumored production budget between $350 and $375 million, over 100 million more than the Eternals. At the lowest projection, this film could become a far bigger bomb, even if it performs similarly at the box office. After factoring in marketing costs, which often equal the production budget, and theater cuts of ticket sales, the movie would need to exceed $900 million globally to break even, according to some projections. We're not talking about making a profit. We're talking about breaking even. In other words, getting to the point where this movie makes zero, it has to have $900 million in box office. Based on current reports, Brave New World is unlikely to hit that target. Box office projections confirm the decline. As previously reported, opening weekend projections for Brave New World are estimated to land between $81 million and $107 million, with a median figure of $96 million. Many outlets are quick to point out that the film is tracking similarly to 2014's Captain America, the Winter Soldier, as if that's a positive. It's not. Captain America, the Winter Soldier, opened domestically at $95 million and grossed $259.7 million at home. Adjusted for inflation, the Winter Soldier's opening weekend climbs to $126.6 million and its domestic haul to $356 million, both far beyond what Brave New World is tracking to achieve. Even worse, ticket prices have increased dramatically since 2014, when the average movie ticket was $8.14. Now, with an average ticket price of $10.78, even matching the Winter Soldier's $95 million opening weekend would mean far fewer people are watching Brave New World. These numbers paint a dire picture for the once reliable Captain America franchise. See, the challenge is, it's Captain America without Captain America. Could Captain America Brave New World bomb worse than the Marvels? The financial collapse of the Marvels serves as a dire warning for Captain America Brave New World. Disney's financial reports list the Marvels with a production budget of $274.8 million, but Forbes estimates the true cost to be closer to $374 million, comparable to the higher end of Brave New World's rumored budget. Captain America Brave New World runtime, that is a different article. Despite the enormous investment, the Marvels grossed a mere $206 million worldwide, including $82 million domestically and $124 million internationally. The film's financial failure was compounded by multiple rounds of reshoots, which reportedly aimed to address structural issues in the narrative and improve audience reception. However, these efforts were ultimately in vain as the Marvels became Marvel's most significant flop to date. Unfortunately, Captain America Brave New World faces a disturbingly similar production trajectory. Extensive reshoots earlier this year added Giancarlo Esposito's character Sidewinder to the narrative, increasing both cost and concerns about the film's cohesiveness. If Brave New World follows the Marvels in delivering underwhelming box office results, it could cement itself as an even larger financial disaster due to its inflated budget. With opening weekend projections for Brave New World between $81 million and $107 million, the film is on shaky ground. Even optimistic predictions pale in comparison to the previous Marvel successes and fail to inspire confidence that this entry will reverse the MCU's recent downward trend. Unless the film exceeds expectations dramatically, Brave New World could become yet another massive financial failure for Disney and Marvel Studios. Yeah, it's It's not looking good for the MCU right now as a whole, but it is looking like the MCU is a whole right now. The fallout of identity politics in Marvel's storytelling. Adding to the box office challenges, Captain America Brave New World directly follows the Disney Plus series Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which sparked backlash for its heavy-handed embrace of identity politics. While the series centered on Sam Wilson, Anthony Mackie taking up the mantle of Captain America, many fans felt the show's focus on social commentary came at the expense of character development and compelling storytelling. This criticism has carried over to Brave New World, with audiences seemingly uninterested in what's perceived as another DEI-driven project from Disney. So, yes, that is why the title and the headline of this particular video was called Captain America More DOA than it is DEI. Because I think that this film, as a film, is going to be dead on arrival. I don't think it's going to meet the minimum projections, to be honest with you. I don't think it's going to do that well at its opening weekend. First of all, it's opening on Valentine's weekend, and it's not a romantic movie. So any movies that it comes up that are in the more romance genre, that's what adults are going to be going to see. They're going to be going to see a love story, like the first Deadpool, which I joke about, but yeah, it was designed to be very much of a love story, the first Deadpool movie. DEI is coded language. Just say that's true. Tiamat from Eternals is in the movie, in the trailer during the jet fight. His fingers are in the back. Tiamat from Final Fantasy VII was much more interesting and intimidating. Eternals stinks out loud. I'm assuming you're talking about the Celestial whose fingers were sticking up out of the earth, which made no sense and changes everything we know scientifically about the actual earth and the actual science. And they need to depart from that storyline altogether. And honestly, yeah, they need to get rid of that whole, we need to just pretend like the Eternals never even happened. Because certain things from the comics, okay, comics is a media format, just like animation is a media format. And there's certain things that don't translate from one format to another. It's like doing animation to live action. There's just things that don't translate. And when you try to put them in live action, the movie becomes worse. And the same thing happened here with the Eternals. You tried to put certain elements from the comic books into a live action movie, and they just don't translate. It's one of the reasons I'm kind of looking forward to Daredevil, because the best thing about the Daredevil series on Netflix is that it was so grounded that it was easier to suspend disbelief and easier to believe what was happening on the screen, because it was grounded and you could go, okay, I could see a guy losing his eyesight, having more awareness with his other senses, in so much that in his brain it kind of forms a picture, right? And then he becomes so sensitive to these other things and learns how to hone that as a skill. He becomes Daredevil. I can see that, it's a little bit beyond reality, but also Daredevil got his behind kicked so much in that show. He was actually left for dead and very close to dead several times in the initial series. And so it made for realistic stakes. Okay. But when you try to translate from the comic books to the big screen, that the Earth is just a big giant egg for a giant being, a humanoid type of being, but a humanoid being who is the size of several planets, it's the dumbest thing in the world. Okay, it's so beyond ridiculous. And that was where I lost it with the Eternals. I'm like, this is a dumb movie. This movie's just dumb. And then there's DEI woke crap in that movie too. And it was just, I'm like, what? the Eternals was a huge negative turning point for the MCU, especially putting it out after something as good as the Infinity Saga had been. There are problems with the Infinity Saga, sure, but it wasn't bad like the Eternals is bad. Not on that level, not by any means. But with Brave New World, I think it's going to be a Brave New World that nobody sees, honestly. And the rest of the slate of the Marvel Cinematic Universe coming up this year at the movie theater also does look very promising. The only two things that I see promising out of Marvel right now are the Deadpool Wolverine franchise, which is now could technically become a franchise, and the Daredevil series looks promising. I have hope. I have my fingers crossed. I'm not very trusting that Disney will handle that series correctly, but I hope that they do. Everything I've seen them put out so far for Daredevil series is good. But for this Captain America, I mean, for example, he has no powers. He has no superpowers. He has a superpowered suit like Iron Man. But it just, yeah. So Go and Shogi says, I'm not going to watch it. It seems like 2 hours of cringe. Yeah, it really does. And as far as the Red Hulk is concerned, yeah, I wanted to see him 10 years ago, and it was a different actor, and the storyline made it. General Ross is supposed to become the Red Hulk when he's General Ross. He's not supposed to become president of the United States and then turn into the Red Hulk. And if you could imagine what the let me see if I can bring it up here. I have something that you guys might get a real kick out of, which I haven't really shared around a whole lot, but if I can find it, I will put it on the screen. There it is. So imagine the president of the United States becoming the Red Hulk, and this is what you get. I actually think this would really improve the movie. There you go. There's the president as the Red Hulk. What do you think, guys? You think that would improve the chances of this movie doing better? I think that would be so funny just to have, that's our new Red Hulk. That's our new Red Hulk right there. That's right. Orange Hulk. Orange Hulk, good. Orange Hulk, good. Exactly, the Orange Hulk. Hey, you know what? Throw it in. I think it would improve the movie and improve the movie's chances at this point in time. But anything short of that, I don't think we're going to have a successful Captain America. I think they're going to have to rename it Captain America Lame New World. What size hat does I don't know. This one's supposed to fit all sizes. Pretty big hat, I would imagine. A pretty big hat, pretty big head. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching today. Let's celebrate you all one more time, because you guys, as you know, are, for me, the energon that makes this guy transform and roll out.
Toast, Autobots. Boy, these are good. I needed to refuel. Energy. This stuff's the greatest.
Hello, Erica and Raph. We see you in the chat. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for coming in, Erica and Raph, and everybody else that has come in today. We're going to send you over to Culture Casino now, who looks like is going to be talking about the Razzies. And we will be back tomorrow. I am going to see if I might be able to visit Lorena at the resort. And I'm working on my more extensive, more informational video for Festival of the Arts. Hopefully we'll get that out before this weekend or by the weekend, so that if you happen to be coming to Festival of the Arts, you can know the breakdown and the really good stuff to try and all of that. So until then, and until next time, we celebrate all of you. We thank you so much. And until next time, so say hi to Culture for me as you raid into his channel, and we will see you real soon. Bye, everybody. Ciao.